We are determined, with your help, to transform even more underserved communities and empower children in their school environment.
So voting day was one of my favorite experiences. Everyone's so excited because they can actually vote, and you can tell that they know that their voice is going to be heard. And right at the end, once everyone voted, the principal announced the ballot that won, and it was right at the time when the bell had rung and everyone was leaving their classrooms and kids were crossing the playgrounds, and you just hear someone saying like, "That's the ballot I voted for!" It was really impactful to see that, because you could tell that at that moment they knew that they were heard, and I feel like it made them feel more connected to the school than it did in the past.
Everyone deserves to draw inspiration and optimism from their environment, and it is Project Color Corp's mission to provide that type of environment in every underserved community and school.
Now people ask, when can we go outside? Before they were like,
just like watching The Wizard of Oz. You start off black and white, and then you just go into this land where it's color now, and it just brings everything to life.
like I wouldn't see them as people, playing, but now I do. It made me feel like I wasn't just at school. I was at like cities and like jungles.
In that little community, it just brought out the sun.
Paint is the least expensive medium to create transformative impact. It takes so little to change so much. $50 buys us paint rollers, $100 gives us tarps, $500 allows us to have accurate drawings, $1,500 buys a color, $10,000 buys a mural, $50,000 can transform an entire school, and $100,000, well, we could change a neighborhood.
During that time, I was the only dean of behavior in the school for a school that has about 500 kids. That's a lot of behavior to be able to monitor, right? And I mean, there was a time where I felt overwhelmed just knowing that there was so many kids being in trouble, referrals, back and forth, phone calls home. But just knowing that the investment of just putting color decreased that to like a 50%. It was a win, not just for me, but for the entire organization, knowing that with that change, we can save not just money, but also stress of people, administration, just knowing that there's a tool that we can use, and that tool would be color.
With color, you can bring hope and change to a school, a neighborhood, an entire community, and every individual that moves through that space. It is such an effective investment that we believe Project Color Corp can be a catalyst for changing the way that schools, community housing projects, maybe even prisons are designed and built. In the meantime, we have a lot of existing spaces bathed in beige to transform. Every dollar you give gets more color out into the world and empowers more children and underserved communities with the idea that they themselves are capable of creating positive change. You can leave a lasting, colorful effect on a world desperately in need. Thank you.
Thank you, Project Color Corp, for changing our school.